Georgina, do you realize what an ancient being you are? If I were to have a sister-in-law who's 10 years older than me attend the wedding, the venue would smell like old farts. And then on top of all that, will the old hag and the family come back to live with us? Are you kidding me? Living with a younger couple? You're going to ruin the vibe, okay? Okay, Shirley, I get the point. Even though you have these intrusive thoughts, must you really say it out loud for everyone to hear? Don't you think what you're saying is rude? For example, what if Kurt heard you say something like that about his own sister? What do you think he'd say to you about how you feel about me? What the heck are you talking about, old hag? Don't you realize that Kurt and I basically have the same opinion when it comes to you? Have you been living under a rock or something? Why wouldn't he agree with his own wife on this? Do you really think Kurt looks up to you or something? Well, no, I really don't think so at all, considering we're siblings. I think he cares about me a lot, and I do as well. I really don't think Kurt would say something like that. Okay, you obviously don't know anything, Georgina. What would you know about Kurt, huh? He thinks of you as nothing more than a nosy old hag. That's what he said. Huh? Are you joking with me right now or something? Did Kurt really say that to you about me? I don't really believe you because you could be making this up. Well, I'm telling you that that's what he said to me. Do you think he'd tell a lie that he knows would be found out really quickly? He's a lot smarter than that. Kurt's now working as an elite person in one of the top companies in the city, Georgina. He doesn't need your weaknesses hanging around. You're dragging him down. Don't you think what you're saying is a bit of an exaggeration, Shirley? Do you think what you're saying is seriously true? Are you trying to break me down so I cry? Are you serious? What's the point of making a grown adult cry? Anyway, the point is this, Georgina. You really need to pay back the money you owe Kurt quickly, all right? I'm sorry, can we just go back to what you said just now? You go ahead and try to break me with how Kurt feels about me, and then say I owe him money? What? Don't you know how pathetic it is for an old hag like you to borrow money from your younger brother? When I heard what you're doing, I felt so dizzy about it all. What the heck are you even talking about, Shirley? Me borrowing money from Kurt? Where did all this even come from? I've never borrowed money from him. Georgina, there's no point in trying to pretend it didn't happen. You're the one who got into gambling at horse races, and then you landed yourself into a huge amount of debt. You borrowed that huge amount of money from Kurt so that you could pay the debt back, correct? I really hate people who are addicted to gambling. It's one thing to have fun with your own money, but to cause trouble for other people and drag them down with you is so not cool, Georgina. I guess I understand what you're talking about. Maybe that's why everyone is being so distant. But why must you bring this up, though? Why does it matter to you? Because it has to do with Kurt, of course. After hearing that story, everyone in the family started to look down on you. Kurt's innocent in all of this, and I don't want you ruining the ceremony. Everyone tried to not show it in their attitudes towards you, but to be honest, no one wants you around, Georgina. I guess there was no way you could hide your dirty secrets after all. Well, I guess you've got a point. I just didn't think that things would go this far at all. I suppose I'll just go home now. I'll just leave everyone alone. Finally, about time that you get out of here and return home. Also, do us all a favor, would you? Just cut ties with Kurt so that we don't have to bother you anymore. Wow. Okay. Are you seriously wanting to take it this far, Shirley? I can't believe this. I guess things are taking a turn that I didn't quite expect. Kurt, we need to talk right now, so please reply to me as soon as possible. What the heck are you intending on doing here, huh? It seems like there are rumors spreading about me.
Hey, no, I've got no idea what you're talking about, Georgina. There's no rumors going around, I don't think. Maybe you're mistaken?
There's no point in pretending that you don't care, because I know that you do. Didn't you see the cold looks that I was getting from the other relatives? Do I owe you money? Because if so, I'm not aware of any of this. Is this some kind of sick joke you're pranking me with? I'm not kidding with these questions, Kurt.
No, Georgina, that's not it at all. I wouldn't make up anything like that about you. What I know about this situation is that Shirley's bringing up her interpretation.
Well, are you even going to give in and say that she's the one that made a mistake about me or what? Why aren't you trying to clear up this misunderstanding, Kurt?
Because I don't know how to clear it up. It's a bit tough to do that at the moment. You see, Shirley was raised by a very strict family, so it's not great for me to say something inappropriate to her, and I really don't want to make her angry or anyone in her family angry, all right? I feel bad for the people who came all the way here and heard that.
Kurt, what the heck? Are you kidding me right now? Are you afraid of Shirley? Come on, we're siblings. You're supposed to feel sorry for me here. I'm hearing that I'm the one who got into debt at the horse races and borrowed money from you to pay it off. We both know that's simply not true. In fact, it was you who was the one that got into debt at the horse races and borrowed money from me so that I could pay it off. You're the one changing the story.
Okay, I'm sorry, as there has been a huge misunderstanding when it has come to this. But at least we know the truth is different, so you're fine. You can just keep being proud of yourself.
Excuse me? How on earth am I supposed to feel proud of myself when what has been spreading around is lies, Kurt? Why are you being so arrogant about this? You know that this ceremony wouldn't be possible, right? Who do you think paid for this ceremony to be held, Kurt? And no, it's not just said. I paid for it all.
Well, it's because we can't make the bride pay for it, huh? It wouldn't be right, as I'm the one that asked her to marry me. I've got a reputation to live up to, all right?
Are you seriously only thinking about yourself in this? How selfish can you be, Kurt? You're so annoying, and I am over this. I'm going home now.
Oh, come on. Why can't you just work with me here? Wait a minute. What did you just say to me before? Are you actually going home? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I'm going home. I'm too embarrassed to be at the ceremony, especially with all these lies going around about me. Seriously, why is this happening to me?
Well, it's honestly your decision whether you want to be at the ceremony or not. If you want to go home now, Georgina, I won't stop you. That's what you wanted, right? I feel like you truly didn't want to come here in the first place, so you just wanted something to happen so you had an excuse to leave, didn't you? I can't do anything about this. What a shame.
Excuse me? What the heck is that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? Do you seriously think I wanted this to happen? Your wife is the one spreading rumors about me. And if I'm gone, you'll be very happy because your lie won't be revealed to the rest of the family, now will it? This is absolutely bogus, you know that?
Hey, now there's no need to act this way, Georgina. I've been taken care of by my sister a lot in my life, okay? You're not gonna stop now, are you? Look, I want you to be there because you're my sister. I want you to witness my wedding, Georgina. It wouldn't feel right if you weren't present. How about you just stay?
Is this for real? Why did I get given a piece of trash for a younger brother? You don't care about anyone but yourself. What are you planning to do from now on? It's very obvious that the truth will be revealed sooner rather than later, and the lie will be exposed soon. Marriages also quickly fall apart when someone lies, yeah?
Well, I think that everything's gonna be fine. I'm in the process of getting things back on track. I'll keep making my new wife, Shirley, happy. I'm not kidding here.
Well, you can really say anything once you open that big mouth of yours, can't you? I'm really disappointed in you, Kurt. Why throw me under the bus for?
Because, like I said before, I've got a reputation to uphold, and I don't want that when I'm about to get married. Why don't we just cut ties then if you've got a problem? I guess if I continue to be your younger brother, I'm sure that I'll just cause you more trouble as my sister, since I don't want to get into trouble with anyone else.
Okay, well, if you're going to treat me like this, then fine. We should just cut ties right now. In return, You're to pay back the money you owe me.
What? No way! I shouldn't have to pay back the money when it was never a loan in the first place. If we cut ties, then all should be forgiven. That's not exactly fair.
I definitely know that this is all a lot of crap you're talking, Kurt. I am definitely getting my money back. If I don't, I'll tell everyone everything you said.
Oh, come on, big sister. You're being absolutely childish and you need to grow up. Your cute little brother is about to find happiness, okay? Are you going to destroy it?
Okay, fine. Just promise that you're going to pay me back all the money you borrowed from me and how much it was for the ceremony. That's all I ask from you, Kurt.
Okay, I understand, Georgina. Jeez. I'll return the money someday. I don't know when, but you'll get it. Just please don't tell anyone. Georgina, please cooperate with me.
Okay, don't make me doubt you, all right? You can't go back on this, Kurt. I am definitely getting my money back. You got that? Don't you screw me over.
Okay, would you please just calm down a little bit about it? There's gonna be no problems, and I promise that I'll get your money back. I pinky promise, Georgina.
Georgina, what the heck is going on around here? You need to explain what you're doing right now. Otherwise, you're going to feel my wrath. There were some strange people that came in here that we were all trying to get rid of. Then all of a sudden, they started to take Kurt. They wanted him to pay, and I don't understand why. Wait a minute. What did you just say? I don't get what you mean, Shirley. You need to calm down and explain to me in exact details what's going on. So, Kurt's gone, you said? A few men came and asked for their money back, and I had no idea what was going on. The security in the venue chased them away, but the ceremony was interrupted. What the heck are those types of people doing here at my wedding venue? Why are there debt collectors interrupting Kurt and I getting married, huh? Why are they targeting my soon-to-be husband for? He's not the one at fault here. If anything, those people should be after you. Explain yourself. Well, Shirley, I don't know what that's got to do with me for. I really don't know what the situation is, but all we can say for now is that Kurt was the one who was actually in debt. Excuse me? What the heck did you just say to me? Are you telling me that he's the one that got into a huge amount of debt? Why should I believe anything you say? I don't know how you heard from Kurt that I'm the one who's in debt, because that's just simply not true at all. It was Kurt who got addicted to horse racing and got himself in debt. So if anyone is innocent in all this, it's me. I tried to get him out of the hole he dug for himself. I'm the one that gave him the money, and I want him to give it back. But I don't understand that at all. That's the complete opposite of what Kurt said to me. So you're just trying to throw all the responsibility on Kurt then, aren't you? Are you saying he's lying? I know for a fact that he's the one who's lying. He's always twisted stories since he was a little kid. Why do you think the debt collectors are coming after Kurt then? What? No, there's no way that's true. There must be some way that you're putting all the blame on him, even if Kurt had debts. You were the one who built it up again, right? But then how did the debt collector know where to come to? You must have told them to drop by the wedding venue. Oh, I'm getting so confused right now. I don't know what it is that you don't understand, Shirley. I think you know deep down that he's lying to you. What is Kurt doing right now? What's happening? I've got no idea. Why are you asking me that? It seems like there's a dispute happening with the debt collectors outside the venue. I'm inside trying to draw the attention away from it. Oh my God, I really can't believe that this is happening to me right now, on my special day, on our wedding day. How could you do this to us? This is all your fault, you cow. You know for a fact that it can't be my fault, otherwise the debt collectors would be coming after me instead of Kurt. You really need to recognize Kurt's true nature. I know my own husband, you stupid woman. Kurt's an elite worker in his company, and his colleagues are very high up in the industry. He's kind and honest and never lies. My parents and the rest of my family know his true nature, and we all know that you're setting him up for failure. This is definitely all your fault because you want to ruin our lives. Okay, none of this is getting through to you, so I'm just going to have to break some news to you that I assume he hasn't told you yet. You do know that Kurt is unemployed right now, yeah? Shut up, you absolute liar! How dare you turn around and badmouth my husband? Wait, what the heck did you just say? Are you telling me that my husband is unemployed? How is that possible? He's only telling you half the story, Shirley. I don't know how you can be so gullible when it comes to his obvious lies. I will say he did have a really great job at a top company. But then one day he started going to the horse track to bet on the horses and ended up getting addicted to it. He ended up getting fired because he missed so much work. Right now, to make it seem like he's actually going to his job, he dresses up in a suit, leaves you in the morning, and you don't question where he's going, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, Shirley, but he's lying about where he's going. He's not going to the office. He's gambling at the horse races every day. No way. That can't be true at all. You're joking, right? Kurt's not going to work. There's no way he'd play me like that. Why don't you stop making him look bad? You're just jealous. I'm not making up anything, and I don't think that I've got the brain power to sink that deep in making up a story about my brother. Do you really not know the real Kurt? Then explain this to me, Georgina. So, why does Kurt have a lot of money? He was able to pay the entire fee of the ceremony, so how can any of what you're saying be true, huh? That money that helped guarantee you the ceremony, the funds needed for the reception, food and beverage, and everything else in between, I paid for it. Kurt knew that he wanted to marry you, but he was so embarrassed that he had no money to pay for anything. He begged for me to help, so I paid for everything. Wow, you really are going back to your fantasy land, aren't you? I really feel sorry for Kurt for having a sister who's so delusional and makes up all this crap. Well, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask your wedding planner who covered all the finances, yeah? I've been in contact with them a lot, so I'm sure they know about the situation. Fine, I'll go over there and ask them if any of that is actually true. I obviously know that it's all lies. Isn't it just better to admit it now? You're just embarrassing yourself. I've said nothing but the truth to you, Shirley. I've got no reason to lie. You really need to go and talk to the right people and get back to me on all of this. After that, you'll believe me. That's so funny, but fine. I guess I'll go and find the wedding planner. I'm sure they can sort this stupid thing out, so prepare for my wrath afterwards, you absolute liar. Okay, so I finally found the wedding planner. They were doing something at the back of the venue, but I was able to talk to them, so they told me the whole story. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but yes, it sounds like it was you who paid for this entire wedding. They were talking to you directly about how this day would be funded. I hate to say it, but I told you so, Shirley. I don't get why you wouldn't believe me when I've been saying nothing but the truth this entire time. Also, that means that you can finally see the true nature of how Kurt has been acting. He's been deceiving people for so long now, including you. Now, just hold on a second. You're kidding me, right? Do you seriously think that Kurt intended to deceive me this entire time? You're not being serious about that, are you? Well, he's always wanted to look good when it comes to showing off to the people around him, so I think it's only natural for him to act in this sort of way. I guess that Kurt just really wanted to marry you and didn't want to look like a failure to you or your family. I also didn't know that he was unemployed. Also that he's in quite a lot of debt as well. He even concealed the fact that I paid for the wedding expenses because he wanted to look good in front of everybody. I think I really need to talk to Kurt about this. I need to hear this directly from his mouth. What you're saying isn't convincing at all. Most old hags like you are liars. Do you really think taking all your anger out on me is going to solve all these problems? You've got to believe me, Kurt's definitely deceiving everybody. Would you just shut your mouth for more than a few seconds, Georgina? I'm so sick of hearing you say that he's deceiving me. Leave me alone. Hey, Kurt, I've been trying to contact you for a while now, but I see you haven't read my messages. Please tell me, is everything okay? Have things calmed down out there now?
So I guess I'm screwed. In the end, I guess things turned out to be all scrambled. It seems like it was a case of mistaken identity. So, because of all this happening, it seems like that's what's led to the ceremony being canceled. I've been in a lot of trouble lately.
Hold on, I'm kind of confused. What do you mean there's been a mistaken identity situation? It seems like there was quite a fight out there. I also went to look through the window of the venue that looks outside, and it seems like you were getting on your knees. Kurt, what was that all about?
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Shirley? It was another person that was kneeling down on the ground, not me. You've got it twisted. The other person was saying that they were sorry for the mistake. They're good people who are able to reflect on their actions, which I'm glad people can be like that.
Okay, well, I don't know, because I saw this with my own eyes. No matter how you look at it, Kurt, I think it was you that was kneeling on the ground. You were begging.
Shirley, please, just drop it. I'm sure that you're upset about this too. When a stranger has come and interrupted the wedding ceremony, it can upset people. But the good thing about it is that things have calmed down now and things have been sorted. Everything that happened is over, so let's resume the ceremony, huh?
Okay, well, I need to talk to you about something that I found out. So, I just heard everything that's happened up until now from Georgina. She told me that she's not the one who's in a huge amount of debt, but that it's actually you. You went running to her to help pay for your gambling debt?
I'm sorry, I just zoned out a little bit because I can't believe what you're saying to me right now. I'm confused as to what you're talking about. You talked to my sister?
Yes, I talked to Georgina. She told me literally everything. Also, on top of this, you're currently unemployed, aren't you, Kurt? It was Georgina who's been paying for everything that's had to do with this wedding ceremony and reception, isn't she? Is this true? Are you lying to me?
Now just wait a minute there, Shirley. That's all utter nonsense, and I'm sure that you knew that. Do you really believe what my sister has to say to you? You hate my sister just as much as I do, don't you? You surely aren't gonna listen to her, are you? Weren't you making fun of her for being an older and unsuccessful woman?
Wait, you're telling me that all of this is nonsense? Are you being serious right now? So what Georgina was telling me isn't true at all. Then why would she say it?
Of course she's lying to you, Shirley. She just wants to sabotage this whole day and is jealous that I'm getting married. Please tell me you don't believe her, do you?
Well, I don't know about the other things, but it has been substantiated that it really was Georgina that's been paying for this wedding ceremony, Kurt.
What the heck are you talking about, Shirley? Are you really going to continue on with this? Can't we just go and get married already and say our vows?
Kurt, I heard everything from the wedding planner about who's been funding the ceremony and reception today. She paid almost $20,000 for this wedding. I'm really doubting what you're telling me, Kurt. I don't think everything that Georgina is saying is nonsense at all if the wedding planner told me the same thing she did too.
Okay. I see what's really going on here. Okay, I guess you've got me. Yes, it's true that Georgina paid for the entire ceremony and reception today, but I'm giving it back to her soon.
Okay, so you were basically lying to me. This is just great. How am I supposed to believe you now since you've been caught out? When are you planning to return it?
Well, I was thinking of giving the money to her right away, okay? I was thinking of giving the money that I borrowed from her back tomorrow. I don't mean to boast or anything, but I do have the means to pay her back, so I can practically give it back to her immediately. So there's no worries, right?
Okay, so you're going to give her back the money tomorrow. All right, got it. Please do that tomorrow, or else, Kurt. You better keep your word.
Hang on a minute, what? What did you just say? I'm confused. Are you actually serious about me giving her the money tomorrow? Is it really urgent?
Yes, it's urgent you give it back to her. Kurt, look, this is messing with my head way too much. I don't want to get married after receiving charity from that old hag. I may not like her that much, but you've been lying to me and showing off, and I'm getting tired of your antics, Kurt. You'll get the $20,000 ready for her and get it back to her tomorrow, okay?
No, wait a minute. That's such a huge amount of money, so I don't actually know if I'll be able to do it straight away. Surely this isn't necessary, right?
Well, there really shouldn't be any issues, right? Since you were planning to give your old hag of a sister back her money tomorrow, yeah? You better do that, all right?
Well, I don't know why that would be such a good idea. Why are you trying to test me like this? I swear I didn't mean for stuff to happen. Come on, Shirley, work with me here.
You listen to me good, Kurt. If you can't pay back for what Georgina paid for, the wedding's going to be canceled, and I mean it. So are you going to finally confess everything to me or not?
I don't get what you mean by that, Shirley. You really are confusing me a lot. You really don't think I'm being honest with you? What are you being like this for?
Well, I really don't think that you're telling the whole truth. I may not like your sister because she's old and annoying, but you lying to me is just ridiculous. With my family, we're told to always speak the truth, and you know how strict my parents were when I was a child, yeah? I don't like people who lie to me and make me feel gullible. If what Georgina's been saying this entire time is actually true, I'll never forgive you for this, and I'll break up with you. Just be honest and admit what you've done. All in all, I just want an apology because you've basically made yourself look like a different person when you're around me, and it makes me feel so stupid about how I believed everything you said.
No, you can't do this to me. We're literally about to get married and spend the rest of our lives together. It really can't be true. Am I really a crappy person to you?
If you're just going to act like this, I don't want to put up with it, Kurt. Please, just pay the $20,000 to your sister tomorrow, all right? If what she's saying isn't true and that you're the one who's right about all of this, then it should be really easy for you to just give her back the money, Kurt.
Wow, surely what you're saying is the worst case scenario, right? Either way, this is all really bad, but I can fix it all. I can promise you that.
Okay, now you're confusing me. What do you mean you'll fix it all? Do I see cracks in the armor, Kurt? Are you kidding me right now? You're speaking your mind, aren't you?
Okay, well, I just want to run this by you. If I admit that everything my sister said was true, you'll still marry me as planned, right? You're not going to leave me because of these little twists in the truth, are you?
I should have known that you were eventually going to turn around and say something like that. Are you trying to make me feel bad even though I'm not the one who's done anything wrong? It's like you're admitting that you lied to me. I don't appreciate that. I wish you just owned that you did wrong and that you lied from the beginning, Kurt. I'm really disappointed in you, and it feels like I really don't know you at all anymore. Your sister was right. I should have listened to her. You really are just a show-off and a liar. Okay, I get it. You lied so that you can look like the hero of the wedding, but you're not, Kurt. You're just an idiot. I guess I've got no choice but to cancel the wedding after all.
Whoa, wait just a second, Shirley. You've got this all twisted, and I guess my sister was right, but I'm not that bad of a person. Please believe me. I get it. I admit it. I asked my sister for money for the wedding, but I'm not that much of a liar. Please trust me. I just want this day to be perfect for you, Shirley. My sister was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth the entire time that I've known you. I get it. I'm absolute trash. I'm really sorry, Shirley. The debt collectors from earlier in the morning wasn't a mistaken identity. It was definitely me they were after. And I just wanted them to leave until I got the money to pay them.
Okay, so you finally confessed that you're just an idiot when it comes to money. And then made me feel stupid about believing all the crap you said. Well, you know what, Kurt? There's no way I can marry such a piece of trash like you. So the wedding is hereby canceled. You need to send everyone home.
No, Shirley! Babe, don't do this to me! I know that I messed up so much, but I can fix this really easily. It'll be no problem soon. Why are you doing this to me?
Do you have any idea what you've put me through, you big dumb idiot? You're gambling, you're lying to me. You don't even have a job, do you? You're a complete waste of space. I don't want to marry a big fat liar like you. I'll never want to be associated with that when it comes to meeting new people. I am done with you and your baggage. Goodbye, Kurt.
All of this is just a whole scam from my sister as she wants to ruin my wedding and my whole life. I'm really sorry. Don't do this. It's too hard for me to bear.
After the wedding was canceled by Shirley, her parents made her pay for half the ceremony herself since she never coughed up any money for anything. She's now working multiple part-time jobs and somehow managing to make ends meet while also paying back for the wedding that she canceled. It seems that she's never worked a day in her life before, so she was struggling to get by. She seems to be anxious about getting married as she's worried about getting older by the day. Considering that during this incident she was spreading her terrible personality around, it'll be difficult for her to get married for the time being. Kurt was forced to go and work at a factory once his family found out everything he was doing. The debt collectors told him to get a job to pay back his gambling debts. He's been forced to work every day without taking a break. It'll take more than 5 years for him to pay off his debt. He seems to spend every day with a haggard look on his face. Now that Georgina doesn't have to look out for Kurt anymore, she feels so much lighter and has been freed from all the stress he created. She can feel herself getting younger and enjoying life again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.